I'm running a six-figure design business. I've designed hundreds of Squarespace websites for my clients. I also sold thousands of Squarespace templates and taught maybe 1,000 business owners on how to run a business like mine. So here are 15 lessons that I learned in the last 6 years in business. Hi, I'm Olga. I run Applet Studio. It's a Squarespace template shop. I also design custom Squarespace websites for clients, and I have a little course business. Lesson 1, consistency beats talent. You have to keep going until it works. The real difference between people who make it and those who don't is that those who make it, they keep going, they keep showing up, they keep making things. And the designers who are running their own businesses, it's not about the ones who are the best designer on the market. It's the ones who keep doing it until they figure it out. Lesson number 2, experiment until it works. If the business that you would like to have already exists, let's say it's a design studio, then you've already got a proof of concept, right? And you don't need to convince people that they need to hire designers. Somebody else already did it for you. It's settled. So your job is different. You need to get better piece by piece, step by step, and keep doing what is working and ditch the things that are not working. So iterate, refine, test, and repeat until it works. Lesson 3, entrepreneurship is a spiritual journey. It's not about strategy or profit. It's about personal growth. You keep moving forward, figuring things out as you go, and growing as a person in the process. So you face your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, and you have to believe in yourself before everybody else does. And that's the hardest part, and it's also very rewarding. So the truth is, you already know what to do. You don't need another course, another video, another book. You need to focus on your execution. And you need to trust yourself in this process. So you need to trust your internal knowledge and follow it through. So that's why I think entrepreneurship is a spiritual journey. It's about reconnecting with your potential and trusting that it's enough, and you are enough, and you got what it takes. Lesson number 4, marketing is everything. Yes, your product can be good, but if nobody sees it, it doesn't matter. You can sell what people don't know exists. So a real job of a business owner is to figure out marketing. And you need to figure out one channel that will bring you consistent leads and revenue. For somebody, it's SEO. For somebody, it's Instagram. There is not one size fit all formula. You have to experiment, test different approaches, and when you find something that works, refine it until it becomes your edge. Lesson number 5, master the art of delegation. When you're ready to hire, start small. Give somebody a really simple, single project. If it goes well, give them more tasks. Remember, you have to invest in people before you see results. So at the beginning, delegating feels like babysitting. You need to explain to them clearly what you need from them and how, and guide them very closely before you let them go. But once they're ready, you let them go. So it's the shift between the mindset of a freelancer to a manager. A freelancer is a craftsman. It's somebody who wants to do everything perfect. And a manager is somebody who needs to move the needle. As a manager, we realize that the only way to grow the business is to do enough stuff and do it well enough so we move the business forward. And that's the real challenge of a business owner. You have to let it go. Somebody else will do it differently, and that's okay. Your job is to step back, trust the process, and let them do it their own way. Lesson number 6, to reach a new goal, you need new systems. So the structure that got you here will not get you there. The systems you have right now are designed for your current results. So if you want to double or quadruple your business, you need new systems, and something has to change. But here's the catch. New systems don't always work right away. So in fact, they might be clunky, and in fact, you will experiment and you will not see the results. So you need patience and strategy. So don't tear down everything you have right now. Add new things, introduce new things layer by layer, gradually, and evolve your business. Don't start it from scratch. And if something breaks, it's okay. You can always fix it and move forward again. And that's how it works. Lesson number 7, Early on, protect your health and especially your mental health. Creativity needs a space to breathe. If you're constantly busy, you're constantly working in your business, that space disappears, and so does your creativity. So building a business is a creative act. To grow, you need time to think about your business. Think about your business, not just work in it. And if you're overloaded with client work, let's be honest, working with clients can feel like a job. You lose this mental capacity for creativity. So you need to create the space intentionally, schedule downtime, step away, give yourself room to experiment and recharge, because if you don't, you will be grinding nonstop and it will lead to burnout and breakdown. Lesson number 8, creative ideas love honesty. So I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. And I believe that good ideas on how to run and grow your business, they come from a place of integrity. So to tap into that flow of creativity and how to grow your business, a strategy, this universal knowledge, your intentions need to be pure. And what I mean by this is that if your motivation is only profit, is only money, everything starts to feel forced. So your goal is to help create something meaningful, something to serve other people with honesty. And a good idea starts showing up at your door. You begin to see little signs. The insight, you get this sudden splash of inspiration. And that's what keeps growing your business, the mix of curiosity, authenticity, and open heart. Number 9, growth means letting go. As your business grows, you will have to let go of some of the old connections. So inevitably, you will lose friends or at least grow apart from some of the people that you had connection with. And you'll experience a strange paradox. People going silent, going quiet, not liking your posts, disappearing, and it feels awkward. And it's part of the evolution. You're stepping into the new version of yourself, and not everyone will come along for the ride. And this happens with clients too, not just with friends. So the client who hired you for $300 5 years ago will not hire you for $5,000. They will always see you as an early stage designer. So the only way to move forward is to let go gracefully, without resentment, and don't take it personally. Lesson number 10 is you're not everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay. There always be clients who are a good fit and those who aren't. And your job is to figure out who is who. So people start businesses for all kinds of different weird reasons. And sometimes they hire a service provider, a web designer, or an ads strategist for the wrong reason. Often they're not ready and they're looking for validation, not execution. So what they really need is a coach or a therapist to talk to before they commit to actual work. And your role is to recognize who is in front of you. Do they want to build something real, or are they just using you to test their ideas? And these clients, they often look for somebody to blame if they fail, and they will fail pretty much 90% of the time. So a part of your business growth is building systems around the idea that you need to filter out the wrong clients. Lesson 11, set up systems early. Build your business on a strong foundation. That means setting up the right structure, accounting, and tools. Not necessarily the moment you start, but when you get your first clients and when you see some traction. So optimize as you go, but systems will save you. Invest in the back end of your business early on. That what separates professionals from DIYers. So get a proper email address, launch your website, get a CRM, buy a PO box, a professional phone number, accounting system, bookkeeper, whatever helps you treat your business as a real business. Here's the truth. There is a cost to running a business, and you have to take it seriously from the start. And don't expect other people to believe in your business if you don't believe in it yourself. And if it feels DIY, it probably is DIY. Lesson 12, be careful whose advice you follow. The internet is full of advice, and it's loud, confident, and totally contradictory. So the moments you start seeing any success, you will see the advice. People telling you you're charging too little, or you're charging too much, or you're working with the wrong type of client, or you have the wrong business model altogether. So here's the truth. A lot of that noise is coming from people who are trying to profit off of insecure business owners. So don't let that shake your confidence. And if you're doing what's working, you have clients you're happy with, and you're making a living, it's fine. You're fine. You don't need to tear down your whole business just because somebody said you should. And this is where the self-trust comes in. You need to believe in what you do. And if something stops working, you will fix it. And you experiment, you pivot, you adjust. But the direction that you're taking is coming from you. Lesson 13. Nobody knows what they're doing. At every stage of business, there are challenges. Starting is hard. Growing is hard. Scaling is hard. It never becomes easy. Challenges change at every stage of the business. And if somebody tells you that they have it all figured out, they're lying to you. Nobody truly knows what they're doing. We're all just experimenting. And it also applies to people who've built several successful businesses. What works for one person might not work for another person. The knowledge gets outdated. And I've seen this with my own business coach. So some of the advice that I followed didn't work at all, but some of it worked beautifully. And this experience taught me something really important. I actually do know what to do. I just need to trust myself more. Lesson 14. Marketing is always changing. What worked 5 years or 10 years ago doesn't necessarily work today. It was easy to grow an Instagram in 2014. It's not so easy to grow an Instagram right now. People who built their platforms 10 years ago and got that follower count, they're teaching how to grow it right now. And the advice doesn't necessarily apply. The market is changing all the time, and the marketing is changing. So that's why it's so important to stay curious, to adapt, to experiment, to pivot. Platforms evolve, algorithms change, but the only thing that works long-term is knowing your audience, understanding your client, and showing up with value consistently. Lesson 15, keep your head down and work. It's easy to look around, to compare yourself to others, and feel like you're falling behind. You start reverse engineering what others are doing and how they market, how they price, what they post. And before you know it, you're stuck in this jealousy and self-doubt. And here's the truth. None of that helps you grow your business. The only thing that helps you is showing up and doing the work. So create, write blog posts, make videos, make new courses, design new templates. Do what's working for you. Don't waste your energy comparing yourself to others. Keep your head down, stay focused, and keep building, because that quiet, consistent work is what leads to success.